Paige Bueckers has ended the debate with Rookie of the Year with Sonia Citron. She put on a masterclass performance, but what is making headlines and really scratching people's heads and turning people's heads, not Paige Bueckers' actual performance, but the way the opposing teams all season long has been allowing her to score at will. Now, I know y'all finna say, John the Liquidator, why you lying? Why you making all this up? Just give credit where credit is due. And I'm going to give her credit. She's making some incredible shots, but let's be serious. There's no traps being ran on Paige.
Paige Bueckers has officially ended the Rookie of the Year debate with Sonia Citron, but not just because of her flawless performance. The big news stirring up controversy isn't the 44-point masterclass she put on, it's how opposing teams have essentially allowed her to score with little resistance all season long. Now, before anyone claims I'm spinning tales, let me be clear, Paige is unbelievably talented, dropping incredible shots night after night. But it's time to get serious. Where are the traps? Where's the defense? Imagine dropping 44 points like you're playing NBA 2K on rookie mode, and the other team is caught in one of the sketchiest scandals of the season. That's the current state of the WNBA. A league filled with drama that sometimes resembles courtroom reality TV more than actual basketball. Paige Bueckers went nuclear on the court, and those whispers about cheating morphed into roaring sirens. Frankly, this whole scandal makes your favorite reality show look like a snooze fest. Let's break down the footage from Paige's historic game. She was the lone player to score over 40 points this season. You see those slick behind-the-back layups? Watch closely. Right there, the defender is set to jump the pick to Paige's left, but Paige, sharp as ever, anticipates it, dribbling behind her back and leaving her defender flailing. Honestly, the WNBA is beginning to feel eerie, like Halloween arrived early and the referees forgot to bring their whistles. Paige just casually walked into the game and dropped 44 points, while the only people hustling were the concession workers struggling to keep up with popcorn demand. You'd think after a rookie slices through your defense for 10 straight buckets, someone would at least attempt to guard her. Nope. She was basically a one-woman haunted house, winning wide-open looks aplenty. And I have the proof to back it up. At the end of the day, Paige Bueckers is being positioned to replace Caitlin Clark as the league's face. No doubt about it. Don't get me wrong, I like Paige as a player and as a person. But as someone who digs for the truth, my job is to expose the fake and highlight the real. And the real is that Paige is consistently getting these wide-open looks. Put it this way, defenses treated Paige like an A-list celebrity walking down a red carpet. No velvet ropes, no security checks, just a free pass. Before anyone jumps to conclusions, let me be crystal clear, Paige is the real deal. She can shoot, drive, and facilitate like the best. But when opposing defenses look like background extras in a bland commercial, you have to wonder, are we watching competitive basketball or some scripted reality show where the star is guaranteed the perfect ending? This isn't business as usual. Dropping 44 points isn't a fluke. The conversation skipped right past accountability, and everyone already had Paige's name carved on the Rookie of the Year trophy months ago. Sonia Citron? She was reduced to a background extra in the ongoing Paige highlight reel. Paige is the only rookie in WNBA history to score 44 points in a single game. You see her working the block with fadeaways reminiscent of Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. She navigates contact with finesse, utilizing spin moves and pivots like a seasoned pro. But here's the kicker, the headlines weren't about Paige's sheer dominance. They left fans more confused than ever, wondering what they'd just seen. Her scoring looked suspiciously easy, wide-open shots, uncontested drives, and jumpers without a single defender around. Opponents looked like they were auditioning for background roles in Space Jam. Double teams were non-existent. Help defense? On vacation. You'd expect coaches to get mad after the first 10 points, but in this upside-down WNBA universe, defenses seem to think, let's see what happens if she drops 40. Spoiler alert, Paige looked like Michael Jordan at a YMCA pickup game. Conspiracy theories are swirling. Some fans claim Paige is being carefully groomed as the league's new superstar, set to replace Caitlin Clark as the Golden Girl. And with good reason. Caitlin has never received anything close to this kind of breathing room on the court. She was relentlessly double and triple teamed, struggling to get off even a shot. Meanwhile, Paige strolls into mid-range jumpers with defenders barely jogging behind, like they're out on a morning walk. Last night, Paige went bananas against the Sparks. Picture this: she shot 17 of 21, 80% accuracy, racking up 4 rebounds and 3 assists. StatMuse confirms she set a record, first in WNBA history to put up 40-plus points with over 80% shooting. The evidence is all over the tape. You watch Paige pull up for a 3, and her defender is behind her, not beside or in front. Since when did defending from behind become legit? It's not defense, it's shadowing. This scenario happened over and over: open lanes, no contest, defenders freezing mid-play like they forgot the rules. One even paused mid-run, letting Paige glide by. Sure, some say Paige is just that good, but nobody's unstoppable like that. Even Steph Curry faces double teams, and prime LeBron got contact fouls to slow him down. But Paige? She gets wide open looks game after game as defenders clap politely from the sidelines. Kelsey Plum seemed the only defender who cared, actually trying to slow Paige. The rest? Invisible defense, hands down, eyes elsewhere, letting Paige pile up points like charity work. And it wasn't just a few plays, it was the entire game. Layups with nobody in the paint, mid-range pull-ups with defenders socially distancing like it's 2020, three-pointers contested only. Call it lazy defense or outright incompetence, but when repeated every game, it looks planned. Like a locker room memo before tip-off: tonight, Paige eats. Everyone else takes the night off. The Paige versus Caitlin debate exploded immediately. Some say Paige's free scoring proves she's better, but it's like comparing a marathon runner to Usain Bolt while Bolt carries a backpack full of bricks. Caitlin battled through relentless traps to drag her team to the playoffs. Paige feasted on defenders with hands in their pockets. The disparity is obvious, insulting to fans' intelligence. Wide open looks, and defenders stepping aside, a stark contrast to Caitlin's treatment. Paige's talent can't be denied, but the optics are terrible. The league's favoritism is obvious, undermining the sport's integrity. Fans notice the unfair treatment and struggle to accept it. There's truth to the saying, comparison is the thief of joy. Paige can only be measured next to Caitlin's shadow, it diminishes her greatness on her own merits. Paige can stand tall, but constant comparison traps her. If the league lets Paige coast to superstardom with defense optional, it's more than just a highlight reel, it's a black eye on the league. Caitlin fought tooth and nail for playoffs, while Paige and Angel Reese chill at home. The WNBA feels less like competition, more like manufactured drama. Look at the evidence as if this were a court case. Exhibit A, a three-pointer where Paige's defender jogs behind her like she's late for brunch. Paige pulls up smooth as butter with no contest. If I were Paige, I'd be furious, lighting up the locker room about the lack of help defense that cost them the game. Exhibit B, an open lane wide enough for a marching band. Paige strolls to the basket with the defender frozen like a disconnected video game. Poor defense? Too convenient to be true. Caitlin was double-teamed from half-court every time, but Paige? Handed the keys to every scoring zone. Every made shot had commentators marveling, Paige is unstoppable. Of course, she looks unstoppable when defenses are cardboard cutouts. If we had that space, we'd score a few buckets too. Beyond the game, the bigger issue is the league steering the narrative. Paige almost scored 50 points, 6 shy of a half-century. Paige is being crowned Rookie of the Year before the season even ends. Caitlin, the former star, shattered records and carried her team through adversity under constant defensive pressure. Then came Paige, the Cinderella story, the new poster girl. Coincidence? Doubtful. Paige is marketable, talented, and fits the narrative. Fans argue Paige can't carry her team since they lost the big game, but actually, they won. The last possession? Paige not going for it, but at this stage, who cares? Hatred or praise aside, the fanbase's divide is massive. Paige supporters chant her name, the rest facepalm at the glaring difference in treatment. Caitlin faced pressure every possession, Paige gets the "after you, ma'am" treatment. Media drools over Paige's stat line, acting like she reinvented basketball. The kicker? Paige's team is out of the playoffs. All that hype and open looks, and she's watching the postseason from home. Pause on that. Paige is anything but a bad player. She's skilled, confident, and talented. The question is why defenses treat her like a charity case. Why she's free while rookies like Caitlin are hunted. And yes, Caitlin's injury-riddled season is a factor, but using Paige's success as a slight against Caitlin is ludicrous. Paige